Hello. Hi, honey bun. Sorry, I'm just setting up the chats. Absolutely, I know. Please check out the original artist because Pips did such an amazing fucking job with this cover. Or it's not a cover, but this original song. Okay. Sorry, give me like one moment. What's that? Oh, there's a light! There's a light! Meow. Sorry, that caught my attention for whatever reason. Give me 1 second. Hi, Smuzzy. Hi, Smuzzy. Hi, Smuzzy. Hi, Smuzzy. Hi, Smuzzy. Hi, Smuzzy. Imagine not having conquered the world. Yeah. Well, you know, I was actually, hang on. I want to talk to you about my script. In fact, I might even work on it right now. I was thinking, what if Ella does actually lie with her omniscience? Because before I wanted to write it as like an absolute rule that like Ella cannot lie. She cannot take advantage of other people with her omniscience. But I thought like, what if like she, I don't know. That is just a concept. And hang on. Yeah, meow. Today, Today I learned a video say that scientifically inclined people are more likely to assume that their way of metaphysics is a neutral semi-objective that most people share again. Well, as a scientist myself, I believe that the world is a fever dream. So, therefore, my viewpoint is objective. Give me 1 second. I know I keep saying that, but like I'm tweeting something. Okay, and like, yeah, by the way, I like the song in the back rooms, you mean the background. I said scientifically inclined people, not scientists. Scientists are probably scientifically inclined though, but not everyone who's inclined is a scientist, you know? Yeah. Also, Jenna's almost ready. Well, that's okay. Yeah. Like apple, like lime, they can see the from mine. Okay, bum 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 bum. So I'm trying to like figure out like why the freaking radius of this curve is not you smell like soup. Lie, probably, I can't check. No, I smell pretty nice actually, I just took a shower. Or sorry, I didn't mean to imply that soup smells bad, but I'm trying to do this thing where like I add grass to the planet and like wait, why can't I zoom in? That's so annoying. I wonder if this is too much of a problem. But okay, it's like oh yeah, we can delete this, move this here, and then add a plane. We can call this grass test, and we can put the grass here. Wait, I thought what? Grass? What? Wait, why isn't it working? The heck? I thought you could just assign like the no? Um, because this one has the grass and or can okay. Well, whatever. We'll just copy it and bring this here. Wait, why is the clipboard empty? There we go. Okay, and then we bring the plane down here. Okay, let's turn off the planet now. I believe in you, Myra Smyra Chihuahua. Why are we doing a Chihuahua now? The Myra Smyra is sufficient. No Chihuahua. Or wait, oh, you meant like the dog, I presume. The dog. Yes, the dog. Um, yeah. Colon 3, colon 3, colon 3, colon 3, colon 3. Yeah, colon D. Wow, what a beautiful arrangement. Okay, let's follow this tutorial.
Any thickness, so first go into the render properties
Uh,
to select our plane, and you can crank up the density using this parameter. Now currently our grass doesn't show any thickness, so first go into the render properties and set the curve shape to strip.
I did that right. Yeah, strip. Grass. So why isn't this working? Did I do something wrong?
The brush bald, so we're gonna add another node called generated hair curves. This nifty node group came from the team behind Blender. We're gonna add some curves on Open Geometry Nodes tab and use a lesson. This will be the foundation of our grassy paradise. Now with our plane selected, let's unleash the power of one of the most
The doggy, twist your entrails into a pretty knot. You mean my entrails? Wow, that's so romantic. Oh my god, I think I'm in love with you. Oh my god. Wait, my intros? I don't know, that was a weird bit. Sorry. Yeah.
One of the dead features of Blender, hair. Hit Shift A, go to curve section, and click empty hair. Open Geometry
Oh!
and you will see that one nodes appear automatically.
Bro, I'm so stupid. Okay, let's just redo the planet. So let's haha, yay, yippee, Sai loves me, meow meow. This is making me eepy. Oh, well then maybe you should eat. It's only like, or I shouldn't say your time zone because you're dumb like that, but you should take care of yourself. So go to sleep if you need to.
The deform curves on surface node.
Okay,
Hit Shift A, go to curve section, and click M.
okay. Shift A, curve section, empty hair. Where is it? Oh, it's on the planet. Whoa, wait. Shift A, curve. D hair. Yes, there we go. Okay. I gotta eat dinner first though, meow meow, and I still need to sacrifice 3 virgins to the god of blood. Okay. I wish for your success. I mean, you can offer yourself. Sorry, bad joke. Oh, hi, Jamie Pedraza. Sorry, your name is really long. Um, welcome to the stream.
Empty hair. Open Geometry Nodes tab and you will see that one nodes appear automatically. The deform curves on surface node. This little guy ensures that the hair sticks to the geometry even after we deform the mesh. But right now our plane is pretty much bald, so we're gonna add another node called generated hair curves. This nifty
Okay, generate hair curves. Hey, do I play Roblox? No, I do not. I tried it once back in like 2020 during COVID, but like I did not like it, so.
node group came from the team behind Blender because they wanted to make hair curves easier to use. Plug the curve into the output and grab
Curve it to the output. And then yes, the eyedropper too. You pick the planet. Oh my god! My freaking god.
grab that eyedropper to select our plane, and you can crank up the density using this parameter. Now currently our grass doesn't show any thickness, so first go into the render properties and set the curve shape to strip. Then grab a set curve radius node and put it here.
Why do people in the short feed ask for Roblox so much? I know you are not the first person, Jamie Pedraza Mangala 7906, to ask me to play Roblox. You're probably like the fifth person. It's like an addiction, I swear, SMH, yeah. I don't know what to deal with it, but you know, I don't mind. So, you know, it's free engagement. Not that I care about engagement, but you know, just saying.
Then adjust this value while pressing shift for final controls. And now we've got some basic grass growing on our plane. Now one important thing to remember, the grass and the plane are separate up. The grass is automatically parented to the plane, meaning that you can move the plane around and your grass will follow along. We've got the grass set up, but it looks pretty much bland. But don't worry, the real magic is about to begin. For those who are new to geometry nodes, it's basically
Is this good? Oh, this is coming together. So the only thing is that you can tell I think we gotta subdivide it. So let me just try no. Uh so you see one of these days you'll end up playing Roblox on stream. You're fine. Um let's generate wait, where is it? I don't know. No. Um, where is subdivision surface? Oh god, my computer's lagging. Okay, you see how that looks so much better? Um, Also, I am using my GPU, right? Oh wait, it's EV, so it doesn't matter. Pretty sure at least. Um, there we go. So do you or no? I said no earlier. Yeah, I don't play Roblox. I tried it in 2020, but you know. I love you, meow meow. PDA, haha. I don't mind too much when it's just text. On stream because it's my domain. I control what happens on stream. But when it's like around certain people, it's like and it's like their place. It's like
not the grass will follow along. Grass is automatically parented and put it here. Then adjust this value while pressing shift for final controls. And now we've got some basic grass growing on our plane. Now one important thing to remember, the grass and the plane are separate objects. The grass is automatically parented to the plane, meaning that you can move the plane around and your grass will follow along. We've got the grass set up, but it looks pretty much bland. But don't worry, the real magic is about to begin. For those who are new to geometry nodes, it's basically a non-destructive way to manipulate your mesh. Think of it
Yeah, it's your domain. Carrot. And thank you for coming, by the way. I really enjoy your presence. I ought to convince you more to stop by, because smuzz, I get so many hate comments nowadays. It's not even funny. And like I do literally just ban them immediately, but it so like affects me. So like, having someone to actually like be so positive in contrast really helps. So thank you. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna drink something. Yeah, it's all good. Um, you can always turn off chat. No, but I don't want to. Also, the dude I told you about who acted his chat is in Discord. Oh, I like that. I like that actually. If I turned off YouTube chat and then only had select people in the Discord server, yeah, that would be cool. Um, okay. Sorry, I got so distracted. Let's work on this
models of the
tutorial.
powers with the power of nodes. Unfortunately, most of it is just math. Don't worry if math isn't your best friend. Well, I'm also not good at math too, which made me highly qualified to teach math with some memes and visual elements. Now with some special nodes, we can tell Blender to manipulate these points individually. In this case, we want to control how each blade of grass sways in the breeze. And to achieve this, we need to control the rotation of each point based on the one before it, essentially using the previous point as a pivot.
Why do I keep hearing the melody or the ambience of Starless Ward 2 as this plays? It's like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm like, whatever.
We'll use a node called offset point in curve, which can give us the reference of a point along the grass. This lets us reference the previous point, acting as the center of rotation. Now if there isn't a previous point, then we need to default it to the current point using the switch node set to integer and
What is,
index
sorry, I
node.
did not know what is going on.
Now we'll use a new
Curve surface deformed, surface deformed. Okay, sorry.
index node set to vector and grab the position node.
The voices, they learned acapella. They're funny. That's a top tier joke right there. I'm sorry I didn't laugh more. I do being caught. Okay, bye, Smuz. Come back when you are done with dinner, maybe if you want. Love is so truthfully. Sorry.
And plug our point the center of reference of a point along the grass. This lets us reference.
Okay, so off. What is it? Offset point curve.
The previous point acting as the center of rotation. Now if there isn't a previous point, then we need to default it to the current point using the switch node set to integer and add an index node. Now we'll use
This is going so
add
fast.
index node.
Wait, what? Why is it not working? Huh, that's interesting. How old am I? I'm 22. 22 years old. No, I'm actually 22 months old. Ha ha ha. And yeah, sometimes, chat only has like one person. So, that's to be expected. Next falls. Oh, what the heck?
Set to vector and grab the position node.
Okay, bye.
And plug it like this to get the position of the previous point. And then add a vector math node set to subtract and plug the current position and the previous point position like this. Now
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Too much.
set to subtract and plug the position of the previous point. And then add a vector math node
Subtract. Oh, did not mean to do that. Subtract. What are these emojis? You have the hiding face emoji. And then the blank stare emoji. My god. My freaking god.
set to subtract and plug the current position and the previous point position like this. Now we have the arrow that we can use to do the rotation, but before that we have to accumulate the field using the accumulate field node. And also be sure to set it to vector too. Imagine it's like stacking those arrows belonging to, and also be sure to set it to vector too. Imagine it's like stacking those arrows belonging to each control point on top of each other. Now with a set position
Loving is truthfully. Loving is truthfully.
node, put it over here and control point on top of each other. Now with a set position node, put it over
I'm gonna turn off the light. So give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I think it's slim it down. And I can turn this one on. And I'm gonna get a blanket. I want to got that blanket. Ow, my freaking thighs and their soreness. My god. Okay.
over here and plug the leading output into the position input. And then we can see that here and plug the leading output into the position input. And then we can see
What the fuck? What did that do? Wait, that's so interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that did. Hmm. conversion not supported, integer plus geometry. Blender. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to. Close that. I'm just trying to. Realize. No, that doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just see where this goes.
See that our grass stacks up like this is because the accumulate field node we initially gave every blade of grass the same ID. To fix this, we'll use the index node and we evaluate on domain node.
Evaluate at domain. Wait, what? Oh, there. Index. Oh. Bro, why is it off center? Why is it off? That's annoying.
Set to spline and plug them like this to give each grass blade a unique ID. Now everything is at the center, so we can add the and you evaluate on domain node. Set to spline and plug them like
There is no spline. Oh, there is. What's going on? My God. What would I tell someone who wanted to kill themselves? Probably that, like, as someone who has attempted before, like, to just literally wait like a single day, like, and then after that wait another day, and keep like additively trying to combat each day on their own terms rather than like try and like, think about the broad future. Because when you think about it in the short term like that, you can really like uh, overcome the just small issues. Like it's like um, stuff like taking care of yourself, like taking care of your body, your hygiene, your whatever. Like um, I don't know. But yeah, that's just something I would do.
this to give each grass blade a unique ID. Now everything is at the center, so we can add the curved root node, plug the root position to the offset of the set position node,
Love is so honestly.
node, and now our grass is back to its original position. Then finally, we can add a vector rotate node here, set this to Euler, and now
This is not really working though. Oh, what is going on? Oh my god. This is so interesting.
we can rotate the grass in any direction we want. Now we can rotate the rotate node here, set this to Euler, and then finally we can add the vector rotate node here. Position node, put it away that every value blade as your domain node, set to spline and plug them like this to give each.
There we go. Um, this needs to be a little bit more. About 50.
You evaluate on domain node, set to spline and plug them like this to give each grass blade a unique ID. Now everything is at the center, so we can add the curved root node, plug the root position to the offset of the set position node, and now our grass is back to its original position. Then now we can vector rotate node here.
Vector.
Set this to Euler, and now we can rotate the grass in any direction we want. Ooh, that's the initial setup, and next we will create a virtual wing.
It's so interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn this off.
But before that, here's a few words of advice. It might seem complex now, but trust me, the more you play with geometry nodes, the more it will become second nature, and you'll look back and say, wow, how did I ever struggle with this? Just keep practicing, and soon you'll be a grass professional. Now let's get this grass swaying in the breeze. We can use a node called align outlet director to control the rotation of each grass blade. Think of it like pointing a finger in a direction. Blender will automatically calculate the rotation for that direction called align outlet director. To control the rotation of each grass blade. Think of it like pointing a finger in a direction. Blender will automatically calculate the rotation for that direction. Set the align mode to Z-axis, and for the input vector, we'll use 1, 0, 0. This makes all the blades face the x-axis, but hey, real grass isn't that uniform, right? The tip should bend more than the roots, and here's where things get cool. We'll grab a mix node, set it to rotation, then
Hmm.
we'll plug this where things get cool. We'll grab a mix node, set it to rotation, then we'll plug this into the B socket. We'll grab the spline parameter nodes, which generates this nice gradient. We'll grab the spline parameter, then we'll plug this into the B socket.
Oh my god, this is so laggy. Nobody's a dot like me.
We'll grab the spine parameter nodes, which generates this nice gradient. On the root, we want no rotation, and on the tip, we want the full effect of the rotation. Plug this to the mix node, and now you can see the sweet bend. But our grass is pretty stiff, so let's add. And now you can see. See the sweet bend, but our grass is pretty stiff, so let's add randomness to it using the ever popular noise texture node.
Sorry, I'm just gonna put my phone in. Uh, where is it? Wired.
Turn off normalize, scale down to 0.5 and set the detail to 0. This creates a subtle, natural level of randomness. Then we'll use two math nodes, set one to multiply and another to multiply add, then connect them like this. Now for the grand finale, let's animate the grass. To do this, we'll animate the vector used by the noise texture node. We'll use a combination of nodes like curves root, vector math. For the grand finale, let's animate by add, then connect them like this. Two math nodes, set one to multiply and another to multiply add, then connect them like this.
Dude, my computer is lagging so much. Oh my god.
Now for the grand finale, let's animate the grass. To do this, we'll animate the vector used by the noise texture node. We'll use a combination of nodes like curves root, vector math, scene time, and combine XYZ node to create a setup that increases the X value over time. And now Now you can hit play. Your grass is now swaying gently in the breeze. It might
It looks like the moon. This is so interesting. Where is I don't remember. Yeah, the frame rate is so slow. I think it's because of live streaming. It's probably the issue. Um, yeah.
seem a little bit slow, so let's crank it up using a multiply node set to -5, then plug it over here. And now we got some nice looking wind. But wait, there's more. We can add even more randomness to the rotation using the But wait, there's more. We can add even more randomness. Now we got using a multiply node set to -5, then plug it over here. And now
In my solitude, find me, I'll be dying in my starless world, alone, 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 alone.
we got some nice looking wind. But wait, there's more. We can add even more randomness to the rotation using the rotate rotation and another to the rotation node. This lets us use the color generated by the noise texture to add some extra wobble to each grass blade. Plug them like this, and another to the rotation node. This lets us use the color generated by the noise texture to add some extra wobble to each grass blade. Plug them like this, And now, that's some seriously dynamic grass. And to add more controls, we can duplicate these mix nodes which we used earlier and place it over here. This lets us adjust the strength of our noise texture, giving the ultimate control over the amount of randomness in your grass. This mix, that's some seriously dynamic grass. And to add more controls, we can duplicate this nodes.
Duplicate this mix node.
Which we used earlier and place it over here. This lets us adjust the strength of our noise texture, giving the ultimate control over the amount of randomness in your grass. So, how is that? You've gone from a board plane to a mini ecosystem with the power of geometry nodes. Alright, we are now almost at the end. Let's make the grass look a little less plastic and make it more like grass. We've come a long way, but shading is key. Don't worry, because it's almost too easy. First thing first, let's jump into the shader editor and create a brand new shader for our grass.
Oh.
We'll head back to geometry nodes and assign this new shader over here. Back in
Oh. It's crashing. It's crashing.
In the shader editor, we'll make a simple toon shader. Grab a diffuse BSDF, shader to RGB, a mix node, a
Yeah,
color
this is.
ramp.
Oh my God, slow down. Jeez, you like grab all these things, and I'm not gonna slow down for the. I'm just being silly. You don't need to slow down. I can just pause it.
Add a noise texture. Now set the scale to 0.3 and I will use this normal node to replace the grass original normals.
That was the problem.
Check the video's description for the color codes. And in the material properties, set the shadow mode to none. This means that our grass won't cast any shadow, but it can still receive them from other objects, creating a more stylized view. Now select the light. Check the video's description for the grass original normals. And I will use this normal node to replace the grass original normals.
Fuck. Sorry, shouldn't curse.
Check the video's description for the color codes. And in the
Okay. Oh.
material properties, set the shadow mode to the description for the color. Check the video's description.
Love is so honestly.
description for the color codes. And in the material properties, set the shadow mode to none. This means that our grass won't cast any shadow, but it can still the shadow mode to none. Description for the color codes. And in the material properties, set the
There we go. Okay, I think this stream is taking a too toll of the computer on my computer.